Lance Rentzel, once a star wide receiver in the NFL, now lives a life far different from the fame and success he once knew. At 80 years old, his story is a powerful reminder of how life can change so quickly. Lance Rentzel was born on October 14, 1943, in Flushing, New York. From a young age, he loved sports, especially football. He quickly stood out for his athletic skills, which earned him a scholarship to the University of Oklahoma. There, he played as a wide receiver and halfback, impressing everyone with his speed and ability to make big plays. At Oklahoma, Rentzel became well known for his talent on the field. His college career paved the way for him to enter the NFL. In 1965, he was drafted by the Minnesota Vikings in the second round. Rentzel's first few years with the Vikings were a time of learning and growing. While he didn't become famous right away, everyone could see his potential. The big change came in 1967 when he was traded to the Dallas Cowboys. This trade marked the start of his rise to fame as he began to deliver standout performances that made him a key player. Lance Rentzel's rise to fame in the NFL began when he was traded to the Dallas Cowboys in 1967. This move was crucial for his career, as he found the perfect team to showcase his talents. Under the guidance of coach Tom Landry and alongside quarterback Don Meredith, Rentzel quickly became an essential part of the Cowboys' offense. In 1968, Rentzel had his breakout season. He caught 58 passes for 996 yards and scored 12 touchdowns. His speed, agility, and ability to make big plays helped the Cowboys achieve a 12-2 record and secure a spot in the playoffs. Rentzel's performance on the field earned him a reputation as one of the league's top wide receivers. One of his most memorable games was the 1968 NFL championship game against the Cleveland Browns. Although the Cowboys lost, Rentzel's performance stood out. He made several important catches and showed his ability to perform under pressure, cementing his status as a clutch player. The following year, Rentzel continued to excel. In the 1969 season, he recorded 43 receptions for 960 yards and scored 5 touchdowns. His consistent performances helped the Cowboys remain one of the top teams in the NFL. Rentzel's strong connection with new quarterback Roger Staubach became a key element of the Cowboys' offense. Off the field, Rentzel's charm and good looks made him a popular figure. His marriage to actress Joey Heatherton in 1969 brought even more media attention. Rentzel's popularity extended beyond football, as he appeared on television shows and in magazines, becoming a household name. Lance Rentzel's rise to fame was marked by his outstanding performances, versatility, and ability to shine in crucial moments. His contributions were vital to the Cowboys' success during the late 1960s and early 1970s, making him one of the standout players of his time. Lance Rentzel's promising NFL career took a dark turn with a series of personal controversies that overshadowed his achievements on the field. The most significant and damaging incident occurred in 1970 when Rentzel was arrested for exposing himself to a 10-year-old girl. This scandal shocked the public and had severe repercussions for both his personal and professional life. The arrest led to Rentzel pleading guilty to the charges. He was sentenced to psychiatric treatment and probation, and the NFL suspended him for the remainder of the 1970 season. This incident drastically tarnished Rentzel's public image. The media coverage was intense, and he became a figure of public scorn, which contrasted sharply with his previous status as a sports hero. The scandal also had a profound impact on Rentzel's personal life. His marriage to actress Joey Heatherton, which had attracted significant media attention when they wed in 1969, began to deteriorate under the strain. The couple's high-profile relationship was already under the spotlight, and the controversy only added to the pressure. Rentzel and Heatherton eventually divorced in 1972, ending a relationship that had been a focal point of celebrity gossip columns. Following the incident, Rentzel's football career struggled to regain its footing. Although he returned to the field, the stigma of his actions lingered. In 1971, he was traded to the Los Angeles Rams, where he continued to play, but his performance never quite matched the peak years he had experienced with the Dallas Cowboys. The shadow of his legal troubles and the constant media scrutiny made it difficult for Rentzel to focus solely on football. In an attempt to make sense of his life and the scandal, Rentzel wrote a book titled When All the Laughter Died in Sorrow, published in 1972. In the book, he candidly discussed his career, personal struggles, and the incident that changed everything. The book provided a rare glimpse into the mind of an athlete dealing with profound personal issues, but it did little to rehabilitate his public image. Rentzel's controversies highlight the fragile nature of fame and the impact personal decisions can have on public perception. His story serves as a cautionary tale of how quickly life can change and the long-lasting effects of actions taken in a moment. Despite his efforts to move past the scandal, Rentzel's legacy in the NFL is forever marked by the controversies that overshadowed his once brilliant career. Impact of the controversies on Lance Rentzel's career. The controversies surrounding Lance Rentzel, particularly his 1970 arrest for exposing himself to a young girl, had a devastating impact on his career. At the height of his success with the Dallas Cowboys, Rentzel was one of the NFL's standout wide receivers, known for his speed and playmaking ability. However, the scandal abruptly halted his promising trajectory and cast a long shadow over his professional life. Following his arrest, Rentzel pleaded guilty and was sentenced to psychiatric treatment and probation. The NFL suspended him for the rest of the 1970 season, a move that interrupted his career during its peak. This suspension not only removed him from the field, but also placed him under intense media scrutiny and public criticism. The incident significantly tarnished his reputation, making it difficult for him to be seen in the same light as before. Rentzel's return to football in 1971 saw him traded to the Los Angeles Rams. Despite the fresh start, his performance never quite matched the heights of his earlier years with the Cowboys. The controversy had taken a toll on his mental and emotional well-being, affecting his on-field performance. Additionally, the stigma of his actions followed him, making it challenging to fully reintegrate into the team and the league. The scandal also strained Rentzel's relationships within the NFL. Teammates, coaches, and fans had to reconcile his talent with his off-field behavior, leading to a complex dynamic in the locker room and beyond. The trust and confidence that once existed were significantly diminished. Ultimately, Rentzel's career was unable to recover from the controversy. He retired from professional football sooner than expected, with his legacy overshadowed by the scandal. Rentzel's story underscores how personal actions can profoundly impact a professional career, serving as a cautionary tale about the long-lasting consequences of off-field behavior on athletic success. Lance Rentzel's post-NFL life has been marked by a series of struggles and setbacks that paint a picture far removed from the glory of his football days. After his career was cut short by the scandal in 1970 and his subsequent attempts to revive it with the Los Angeles Rams, Rentzel faded from the public eye, trying to rebuild his life away from the spotlight. Following his retirement from football, Rentzel published a book in 1972 titled When All the Laughter Died in Sorrow, where he openly discussed his career, the infamous scandal, and his personal battles. The book was an attempt to come to terms with his past and provide insight into his state of mind during the turbulent times. However, while the book offered a candid look at his life, it did little to repair his tarnished image or restore his career. The years following his football career were not kind to Rentzel. The stigma of his past actions continued to haunt him, affecting his personal relationships and professional opportunities. His divorce from actress Joey Heatherton in 1972, following the scandal, left him personally and emotionally isolated. Attempts to find new career paths were often thwarted by his notoriety, and he struggled to find stability and purpose outside of football. Rentzel's later life has been characterized by a search for redemption and peace, often in solitude. The vibrant and charismatic athlete who once captivated fans with his on-field exploits became a reclusive figure, seldom seen in public and largely forgotten by the world that once cheered for him. The loneliness and isolation he experienced were compounded by the ongoing battle with the memories of his past mistakes and their consequences. As Rentzel aged, The physical toll of his football career, combined with the emotional and psychological impacts of his troubled past, became more apparent. The once vigorous and dynamic athlete faced the common post-career issues many former players encounter, such as chronic pain and health problems, but without the support and recognition that other retired stars often receive. Now at 80, Lance Rentzel's life is a stark contrast to the bright promise of his early years. Living in relative obscurity, he grapples with the legacy of his actions and the lost potential of what could have been a Hall of Fame career. His story is a somber reflection on how personal mistakes can derail a promising life, leaving behind a trail of regret and what-ifs. It serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of fame and the enduring impact of past actions on one's present and future. Lance Rentzel's life and career offer a powerful lesson on the fleeting nature of fame and the lasting impact of personal choices. From his early promise as a standout athlete at the University of Oklahoma to his rise as a star wide receiver in the NFL, Rentzel had all the makings of a football legend. His talent, charisma, and ability to perform under pressure earned him a place among the league's best during the late 1960s. However, Rentzel's career was marred by personal controversies that overshadowed his on-field achievements. His 1970 arrest for exposing himself to a young girl not only halted his career, but also irreparably damaged his reputation. Despite attempts to move forward, the stigma of his actions followed him, affecting his relationships and opportunities long after his playing days were over. In reflecting on Rentzel's legacy, we see a story of unrealized potential and the profound consequences of personal misconduct. His journey serves as a cautionary tale about how quickly life can change and how difficult it can be to overcome public scandal. Rentzel's efforts to rebuild his life, including writing a candid memoir, highlight his desire for redemption and understanding. Yet the shadows of his past continued to loom large, illustrating the enduring nature of public scrutiny and personal regret. At 80, Lance Rentzel lives a life far removed from the glory of his NFL career, marked by isolation and reflection. His story underscores the importance of personal responsibility and the far-reaching effects of one's actions. For fans and future athletes, Rentzel's life is a reminder that talent and success can be quickly undermined by poor choices, and that the true measure of a person's legacy lies not just in their achievements, but in their character and actions off the field.